YK. I'm here with Revs first base and bullpen coach Sandy DeLeon. Sandy, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I wanted to grab you to talk about your experience at the All-Star game this past week. It was your first All-Star appearance as a coach and being able to coach that game. So what was that experience like for you?
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. The event was beautiful. It was a great All-Star week. Had a great time with Mace, Polo, and the other coaches of Baez and the players and our players of our Freedom team.
So you were here last year when the Revs won it all. You were part of the coaching staff towards the end of the season. So what does it mean to you to, one, not only be there for that, but two, to also get the honor to coach in the All-Star game this year with Mason Polo?
Oh, it was fantastic and amazing. Last year was an amazing run that we had, winning it last year, and now being one of the coaches, with Mason and Polo. It's an honor. It's something that I never dreamed I'd be doing and stuff like that. But I have all my memorabilia. Got the shirt, got the plaque they gave me, which was a wonderful, and I'm just going to go on with me for the rest of my life. It's one of the important days of my life, I thought.
What was the best part about the whole week up there in Long Island?
Oh, the game. The game was magnificent. The players of the Freedom team was great. Everything around the fireworks was great. The show, everything. They did a great job. They did a great job over there at Long Island and stuff like that.
Going back to before the All-Star festivities, how'd you find out that you were going to be one of the coaches going?
Oh, they elect coaches and stuff like that. So Mace is the manager of what was our Freedom team, and he asked me would I be interested in being one of the coaches and the staff. I said, yeah, of course. That's a great honor to be managing and coaching, being a part of that whole staff in an All-Star game.
You were here last year, like I said, for the championship run, but this is your first full season on the coaching staff here in New York. You've been here as a player before, but how's your first full season as a coach going here at People's Bank Park?
Oh, it's been great. It's been wonderful. I thank Mark Mason, Polo, Fletch, and the organization of the Revs, also the front office for providing me, having me here, giving me the job here so I could be one of the coaches here. It's been a wonderful ride. I'm loving every bit of it, and it feels great to be around the guys, being in coaching staff, and it feels for me as being a part of a player on the team, even though I'm a coach here, but it feels good. Just like I've always thought that it'll feel different, but it doesn't. It feels just as great as me being a player. Yeah.
Well, you're still getting your reps in behind the plate, catching some bullpens. So how's that treating you, and how's that on your knees and your back and all that?
Oh no, my knees, physically, my body's great. I go to the gym every day here in York, so my body feels great, and I love to catch this. I like to see what we have, what guys we working with, what they show and stuff. I like to be behind there, hands-on and stuff like that. But there's times where I give it to the young ones so they can learn also, how to treat their pitchers, how to catch their pitchers and stuff like that.
Well, you mentioned how you still feel kind of like a player, but be on the coaching staff and being here. But what was the transition like when you first got into coaching and now your first full season here? I mean, it's obviously a little bit different being on the field, playing in the dugout, as opposed to on the field coaching and stuff like that.
The transition wasn't too hard as from being a player to a coach. The transition was good. I'm 38. There's times where I don't want to go out of baseball as a player, as an old fogey, saying like I don't want to go out losing, couldn't hit, couldn't do nothing right. So I went out at 38, and and I'm giving another young kid an opportunity to play that position, because it makes no sense of me 38. Like I tell everybody, I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going to the big leagues. From here, I go straight home, go to work after this. But I don't want to take any opportunities away from a young kid that could have a shot to make it to the big leagues.
The Revs are over 500 here coming out of the All-Star break. What are your expectations for the team in the second half? What do you guys got in the tank?
Oh, we coming out hard now. We definitely coming hard. We played. We started the second half over there in Southern Maryland, where we won 2 out of 3, which is great. And we're coming out hard because last year we actually ended up in last place in the first half, and we end up being champions at the end of the season. So anything is possible, anything can happen. But we're sure coming out firing and revving up for sure.
All right, revving up. I like that. Well, Sandy, appreciate you taking the time and keep doing your thing, helping these guys develop as ball players.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That is Revs All-Star coach Sandy DeLeon. Appreciate him joining us. By the magic of radio, he's also down catching first pitches as we speak. Lineup cards about to be exchanged. We'll hear from Fletch filling in for Mace one more day here on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Fletch filling in for Mace here today again, and let's start with Dominic Severino last night. Tough outing, but we saw him, obviously, you had to go out and check on him a couple of times. Seemed to have some discomfort. What was going on there? Is it a big concern, and did it potentially impact his outing last night?
No, he overextended on the mound with his front foot on a pitch, and it irritated his back and caused the muscle to spaz up. So he was having muscle spasms. They did an adjustment, the trainers and doctors last night saw him after the game, and he's good to go. He shouldn't miss a start. He should be okay. He seems fine today, moved around okay. It was irritating him, and he wasn't able to finish his pitches and get the ball down where he wanted to, and we just felt like I need to get him out before it got worse.
I'm sure he wanted to stay in there, give you as many innings as he could, right? Is that always the struggle with the guy that's in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to blow the bullpen up, so I tried to get him through that third inning, and in reality, I probably should have got him out in the second, but excuse me, I was just trying to keep him going. Obviously, he didn't want to come out, and I want to give him that opportunity, see if he can work through it. And they had just said they thought it was muscle spasms, and he said he felt okay. Just as he got going, it just kept tightening up more and more. And when we had the big inning, we felt best just getting him out and getting the rest and having him ready to go in 5 days.
You got Van Meter in there next. He shut him down for 3 1/3, and that had to be great for him and great for you to see him kind of get back on track.
Yeah, good confidence builder for Joe. He needed that after a couple struggle outings. I just it was good to see him get back to where he wanted to be and get his mechanics right. We had tweaked a couple things. He's been working hard, and it was good to give him. It'll help his confidence from now on, hopefully, and we'll see more of him getting better and better.
Got Michael Click in there in his first day on the active roster. How did he look to you?
Good. He threw the ball well. Showed a good changeup. Threw the ball good, hard, downhill, had velocity. 3 outs, and that's what we want him to do.
Yeah. Ricardo Gomez, that is 9 straight outings where he's struck out at least 2. Does he look to you the way that he did in the previous couple of years now?
Yeah, he's gotten back to some things. He actually had asked Mace, because we were tweaking some things, and he said, "You've seen me more than most of the other guys here. Can you tell me what you see different?" And he talked about a little thing with his leg kick, and once Gomi felt that back to normal, he's been throwing the ball. You can see the velocity went way back up, and the slider's been more effective, the changeup, all that kind of stuff that he needs to be an effective reliever. I'm glad he got it figured out, and it's good for the team.
Yeah. Couple lineup changes today. You got Cuevas back in there, and wanted to ask you about Clark. He's in there as well. Seems like he's done all of the tests, right? He's taken BP, he's caught side sessions. Everything feel good with that hand? Yeah,
we wanted to make sure it was good first. And that he felt good catching guys, and there wasn't any pain, and he could swing the bat a little bit, and he's been itching to get back in. So we're going to test it out today, see how it does, and it's a good opportunity for him, and hopefully he can help us out.
You've got Mitch Atkins starting, and really the rotation in general has been a strength. But when you had all those days off, how did you kind of line up the way that you wanted to go with the chance to re-rack it coming out of the break?
We just looked at some important games coming up, some games down the road a little bit, and who was doing well for us and where we were at, and evaluated it and kind of worked backwards from those dates to get to where we are, and felt like it gave us an opportunity to maybe win some ball games here and jump out and give a good competitive battle for the second half.
Feel like Mitch has been one of the top starters in the league the past month or so?
Absolutely. I felt like he has been the best starter. He has, 6 to 7 innings, 100 pitches, he's been dominating really in his outings. He's pinpoint control. He's used all his pitches well. He's done everything he needed to do, and he's carried us a lot of it. So hopefully he keeps going the way he's going.
All right, Fletch, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is Paul Fletcher filling in today, both in the manager's chair and on our Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Revs getting set to take the field as they look for 2 out of 3 in this first series out of the All-Star break. A blowout on either side each of the first 2 nights. Revs winning 16-1 on Friday night. Last night a 13-4 Ducks win. As the Revs head out, we'll listen in on our national anthem today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove all covers, and welcome Landon Mack for the performance of today's national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so rarely held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush and bright stars see the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless suburbs bursting, and the day preceding the night, that flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and the free and the heart of the brave.
Holy cow, that is the youngest and littlest national anthem singer I've ever seen. What a job, Landon Mack, with our national anthem today.
Well, that was awesome stuff.
Go ahead, Michael.
That was awesome stuff right there. He was great. Didn't miss a beat. He's got some golden pipes for a youngster.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, to even have the national anthem memorized at that age is pretty incredible. I mean, at one point, I forget what point it was in the song, I was like, whoa, he had, enunciated a little more, but that was awesome. That was great stuff. Good to see.
Outstanding.
Both teams were loving it, too.
That was tremendous. Well, Mitch Atkins going through his warm-ups on the game mound. Lineups today brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Ducks, it'll be Jordani Valdespin leading off at second base. Emilio Bonifacio in center field bats second. Hitting third and DHing is Travis Snyder. Lou Ford in left field will bat cleanup. Taylor Ard, the third baseman, hits fifth. David Washington at first base, batting sixth. Audie Afner will do the catching and hit seventh. Anthony Vega in right field bats eighth. And Dan Lyons is the shortstop. Hitting ninth, again, it's Valdespin, Bonifacio, Snyder, Ford, Ard, Washington, Afner, Vega, and Lyons for the Ducks. Facing Mitch Atkins, who's been brilliant, he's won 6 in a row. He's tied for the league lead in wins with 6. Overall 6-3, 4.44 ERA in 13 starts. He's a third of an inning shy of being in the top 5 in the league in innings. He's third in strikeouts with 63. You heard Fletch mention the pinpoint control, 63 Ks, only 18 walks in his 13 starts. Jordani Valdespin waves hello to probably Polo over in the Revs dugout, and then waves him off as he digs in, and we're set to go for this Sunday series finale. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is on the way, and it's swung on and skied down the third base line. Cuevas heading back after it, and it'll land down by the Long Island bullpen before anyone can get there. Swinging at the first pitch is Valdespin, and it's an 0-1 count to start. 1:03, our first pitch time today. 80 degrees, overcast, cloudy. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Some drizzle coming through, which had the tarp on earlier around noontime, but that has moved away. The 0-1, and a ground ball to first, backhand pick. Michael Burgess, he snatches it, steps on the bag, and Valdespin, the league's leading hitter, is retired to start the day.
Good job by Mike there to get it on the backhand, played it well. And the Revs just looking to have a really strong, solid day in the field after committing a season-high 5 errors last night, which was pretty rough to say the least. Now the Ducks hit the ball well too, but the errors didn't help.
7 unearned runs total last night. Here is Emilio Bonifacio. He's 9th in the league in hitting at .310. Atkins the pitch. And it's a fastball for a strike on the outer half. Our plate ump today is Carlos Dano. Tim Detweiler at first and Jerry Martinez at third. Probably had to get some ice on that foot last night. The 0-1. And a ground ball towards second. Alexi lays out to his right. From the ground, he throws on one hop, but safe is the call. A magnificent effort and nearly a spectacular play. Just to get it there was. But on a bang-bang play, Bonifacio is called safe. It's an infield hit.
Wow, I mean, Alexi does it so well. Doesn't matter if he's diving to his left or right. He's got great range. And to be able to dive full extension and then really in one motion throw sidearm across his body on the ground, I don't know how he got that thing over there.
Yeah, he was falling down onto his side and twisting to get to his knees to at least get that throw away. What an effort. Here is Travis Snyder. He lays off a ball away. Snyder DHing, hitting at .280, 10 home runs, 52 driven in, is tied with Blake Galen for the league lead. He drove in 3 last night. Double late in the game extended his hitting streak to 10 as Atkins throws over. Revs are in their home whites today. Ducks in the alternate black jerseys with orange numbers and letters. Snyder against York has hit .415. 2 homers, 14 knocked in, 6 doubles in 10 games. There's the 1-0. It is a called strike, outside corner. Atkins hitting his spot. He is 2-0 against the Ducks. 1 win here in early June, June 7th, then a win at Long Island, June 26th. And that game was probably the best that he looked as he misses high and away here, 2-1, until his last start. Complete game, 10 Ks, no walks, 3 hits shutout at Southern Maryland. 10-0 win on Friday night of last week. And then a scoreless inning in the All-Star game to follow. Found out that he would be going during that weekend visit to Waldorf as he throws over. Bonifacio does bear watching. He is 16 for 17 in steals. No score, just underway. And another move, and he'll dive back again. Last night was the first time that anybody had caught Bonifacio. It was first inning. He tried to run before Severino came home. It was first and third. Dom stepped off, threw to second to get him. And the pitch, it is just outside 3-1, being a bit careful to Snyder, staying away from him, which certainly makes sense. He's been one of the most lethal left-hand hitters in the league. 25 extra base hits is one off the league lead. Bonifacio's got that base running glove on his left hand. 3-1. It is a called strike on the outer edge. Snyder was ready to toss the bat away. And he'll stand and have some verbiage with Carlos Dano about it. 3-2. Atkins, that start on Friday, took a 2-hitter into the 9th. 3-hit shutout. And the move to first again. Bonifacio back again, diving. The complete game shutout, the 9th in Revs history, the 6th in a 9-inning game, and the 2nd this year. Zach Groats, the 6-hitter in Lancaster on May 24th. There's the stretch. Payoff pitch. Runner goes, swinging a pop foul. That's back and out of play. First time in Revs history that there have been 2 9-inning complete game shutouts in one season. The only other time it happened in starts of any length, 2011. Sean Garceau and Lorenzo Barcelo, but Barcelo's was a 7-inning game. And for Atkins, it was his 5th career complete game, first shutout. He fires, runner goes again, and Snyder skies it, left center field, playable. Dotel over from left waiting on it, and he will squeeze 2 down here in the top of the first. And Snyder always gives a pitcher a tough battle, it seems, but Atkins retires him here.
Well, Mitch did a great job working the count back. Well, it ended up not being in his favor. There were 3 balls on Snyder, but that 3-1 pitch was huge, getting it on the outside corner, putting it in a position where Carlos Dano pretty much had to call it on the outer half. And Snyder, like you said, will battle, but Atkins did a better job there of just staying in the strike zone and not walking him.
Now here is Lou Ford. Drove in 4 last night. First pitch is a fastball inside. It was his first 4 RBI game since a game here in May of 2015. May 19th, had a 2-run double, 2-run homer. Here, pitch is lined to left center field, sinking. Dotel coming in hard, and he runs it down. Little floating, looping in between line drive. Ford got jammed on it and loops it to shallow left to end the first. No runs, 1 hit, an infield hit, and 1 left. We played a half inning. It's the Ducks nothing, the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Revs come to bat, no score here in the bottom of the first inning against Tyler Badamo, who we saw with Bridgeport last year. Got picked up by the Diamondbacks after a tremendous start. This year he struggled with Sugar Land, was let go there, pitched well with New Britain, and then the Ducks traded for him, and he's with his third Atlantic League team this season, his fourth in 2 years. Jared Mitchell will lead off. We'll set the Revs lineup for you, brought to you by Flying Feet. As Mitchell digs in on a 5-game hitting streak. Here's Badamo's first pitch. It is taken down low. Mitchell with hits in 8 of the last 9. And 5 straight. Up to 252. This is the windup, the 1-0. And that misses low. Badamo checking his landing area. He's 3-5 with a 4.50 ERA overall, with Long Island 1-1 in 2 starts, 3.46 ERA. Most of his struggles were early with Sugar Land. The 2-0, and a ground ball hit sharply, just foul, past the first base bag. Revs lineup, it's Mitchell in right, Alexi Casilla at second, will bat second, Wellington Dotel in left, is hitting third. Melky Mesa, the DH, bats cleanup. Michael Burgess Sr., first base, hitting fifth. Jose Cuevas at third base will bat sixth. And then Ryan Dent at short. Tyler Clark in there catching. Travis Witherspoon in center. On the wind and the 2-1. Swing and a pop-up foul as Afner, the catcher, is back, flings the mask, but that's back behind the netting and out of play, 2-2.
Revs could really use a first inning where they score 1 or 2 runs. Long Island's gotten on the board in the first inning in both games. Now the Revs came back to win the first game of this series, but yesterday, Long Island, it wasn't just that first inning run. They pushed a couple more, or not even, well, not just a couple, 8 in the third inning to keep it going. So it would do the Revs some good to get on the board early here.
Here's the 2-2, and that's in the dirt. Changeup skips by Afner, 3-2. The Revs, the first 2 games of this series, they have been no hit through the first 3 innings in both games, but Friday night in the middle 3, 16 runs on 15 hits. Last night in the middle 3, 4 runs on 7 hits. Pitch is driven, left center field. Hit deep the other way. It is off the wall padding. Ford backhands it, actually lets it go. Bonifacio will throw it in. Either way, Mitchell's standing at second with a double to lead things off as he drills the Harrisburg University sign on the wall in left center. And a nice start for Mitch and the Revs offense.
Things are turning around at the plate for Jared. His left center to left field approach has been awesome. Smacked the double off the arch nemesis last night, then goes left center there. And that's when he knows he's hitting well, and he could be on his way to another hot streak.
Now here is Alexi, who will at least try to move him over and give the Revs a chance to score first. Corners creep in. First pitch is bunted. Badamo comes in, picks up, throws it away. Up the line in right. Mitchell coming home, and 2 batters in. It's a 1-0 Revs lead. Valdespin was late getting over from second. Badamo tried to guide it to a moving target. Threw it behind him, and up the line it went. It'll be a sac, bunt, and a throwing error, and a 1-0 Revs lead.
That's what happens when you put the ball on the ground and you bunt. That's one of the beauties of bunting, is you make the defense make a play, and right there the Ducks did not.
The Revs on top. And the first 2 games this weekend, again, the first 3 innings, a total of 6 no-hit innings. The last 3 in games, a total of 5 no-hit innings. But today in the first 3, in the first 2 batters, in fact, they have a double, an error, and a run. Here's Dotel, who takes a strike. The Revs in the middle 3 innings this series have totaled 20 runs on 22 hits in 6 innings, but they have struck first today. 0-1. That is in the dirt. Afner blocks it. Casilla at first. Nobody out. And Dotel is 5th in the league and hitting at .320, .340 with York. He's on an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .438 on that. 1-1, and he foul tips it back to the netting. His last 14 games, hitting .426, 9 multi-hit games in those 14. Last night, an opposite field home run, his 3rd home run in the last 5. He's got 3 home runs in 5 second-half games. The pitch, breaking ball up and in. He turns away, up near the front shoulder. Revs a 1-0 start. Badamo just 25 years old. He was a young gun for Bridgeport last year that impressed. He deals, breaking ball up, and it's 3-2. With Sugarland this year, he was 1-3 with a 7.36 ERA. He was let go after losing his 3rd straight. May 17th, gave up 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Now time asked for as Dotel backs out. He's basically put up much the same numbers with New Britain and Long Island since that Sugarland stint. He deals, runner goes, and it's swung on, driven deep, but foul the other way. As Dotel sends it through the picnic area and right. A combined 7 outings with New Britain and Long Island. He's 2-2 with an ERA just under 3.5. Originally a 24th round pick of the Mets in 2014. Pitch to Dotel is chopped foul past Polo at 3rd. Badamo 6'1", 220. Has been as high as AAA in only 5 pro seasons, this being his 5th. First 3 years with the Mets, reaching single A with them. Had good numbers. He fires over. Casilla dives back. 3.22 ERA in the Mets system. Now deals, and a swing and a miss. Casilla went halfway. Throw to second is in the dirt. Valdespin can only knock it down, and Alexi gets back. And that looked like maybe a hit and run. Alexi was peeking in to see what happened. He stopped halfway, and because the throw to second was low, he gets back safely to first.
Afneer seemed a little shocked that Casilla was going, and that's probably why he short-armed it and threw it in the dirt. It's one where, as a catcher, you don't come up right away, and then you see him going and have to try to get rid of it quickly, so Casilla is able to get back.
Now he is at first, 1 out on the strikeout. Here's Mesa. First pitch is swung on, fouled off to the first base side. Mesa hitting at .333, 9 home runs, 33 driven in. Since June 14th, he's hitting .389. Revs a 1-0 lead here in the first. Alexi a short lead. David Washington holding him. Pitch to Mesa, curveball, and right over the plate for ball 1. Badamo froze looking in. I can't imagine where that missed, if we're being honest. 1-1 the count to Melky. He may have gotten a break. He'll take it. Badamo the pitch, and a swing and a foul back off the net. 1-2. Badamo is from Long Island. Miller Place, New York is his hometown. Went to Dowling College on Long Island. He was a standout there. Broke their single season strikeout record. He fires, and a swing and a foul back. Got in on Mesa, but he fights it off. And his coach was a former Duck, Tom Caputo, who pitched in 136 games for the Ducks between 2001 and 3. Long before the Revs were a thing, we didn't get to see Caputo, but interesting connection. Here's a swing and a miss. And a curveball gets Mesa. Back-to-back strikeouts from Badamo. And 2 down here in the first inning.
Mesa only 1 hit in this series so far. Went 0 for 4 last night, now a strikeout. Not used to seeing a couple of those 0-firsts from Melky.
Right here is Michael Burgess Sr. Revs a run home on the leadoff double from Mitchell, and then Casillas' sack bunt with a throwing error tagged on it. 2 strikeouts for Badamo since. Pitch to Burgess is inside. Michael hitting at .231. 10 homers, tied for 4th in the league. It's the 1-0. And that's a called strike. A generous outside corner from Dano. We did see Mitch Atkins get one against Snyder in the top of the first inning.
Mike hasn't homered in a few games. Not going to call one here, but I'm saying he's due to put one in the gap or put one over the wall at some point.
Grounds this one, second. Valdespin backhands, plants, throws to first to get him. As he was playing Burgess to pull, had to go to his right, and does make the play. Revs strike first, though, with a run on 1 hit, 1 error. It'll be unearned. 1 runner left. We go to the second, 1-0. The Revs in front.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head to the second inning. Revs a 1-0 lead here today. We're going to have Revs president Eric Menzer join us in the booth this half inning. Eric, welcome.
Thank you, Daryl. I haven't been here for a while.
I know. We've got a bunch of home games bunched up here to begin the post-All-Star break schedule, which is nice. A brief visit to Lancaster this week, but then back home next weekend, and we are going to chat about that as Taylor Ard leads things off. And Atkins' first pitch of the inning, it is swung on and cued foul toward the Revs dugout.
And even those Lancaster games are, at least you get to sleep in your own bed for that week. So for you and the team, so that's a nice stretch here, really, where they'll get to lay their head on their own pillow, so to speak.
Sure is. Ard, a 10-game hitting streak coming in. Atkins working with Clark has the sign. Pitch is in the dirt and bounces back, 1-1.
So, Daryl, I did want to just give our listeners a little look ahead at the next couple of weekends that the Revs are home, plus a special a couple of nights that might appeal to our more frugal fans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and it starts next weekend. We're back home next weekend, of course.
Now Atkins ready. Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a pop-up. He points up, middle of the infield. They all converge. It's Cuevas from third, right on the pitcher's mound, just over to his side of the rubber itself, and he makes the grab for the first out.
So next weekend, the usual, or what has now become the usual Friday, Saturday, Sunday homestand. So Friday night, we're back home. Weather forecast looking ahead looks like it's going to be beautiful, and that's Girl Scout night. So even if you're not a Girl Scout, you can still come. But if you're a Girl Scout, you can sleep overnight in the outfield. And I wonder if Peyton's going to ever have that opportunity.
Yeah. They were down on the field for the handshake line yesterday. Here's David Washington. He takes a first pitch strike.
And then next Saturday night probably will be one of our biggest of the season in terms of promotion and crowd. The Seating Bowl is almost sold out for Jamal Lewis. Next Saturday night he will be here.
Pitch is swung on, fouled away, left side. It's 0-2.
And that's not just hyperbole. If you're listening and you want to be here and you want a Seating Bowl ticket for Jamal Lewis, I'd suggest you hop on Revolution.com and buy your tickets now, because got a great pre-sale for that game, and could end up as a sold out night here at the ballpark.
Now here's the wind from Mitch, 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Got Washington. Yep, they're going to say foul tip, as Washington evidently just scraped that breaking ball in the dirt to stay alive.
Tyler Clark looking at the ball for proof.
Yeah, good to have him back.
It sure is. I know he's been anxious to get back in there. He caught the bullpens last night. So it is nice to have. It was a shame for Tyler, of course, because his bat was getting going right as he got hurt. But still a long, long way to go in this second half, and having him back in there is sure nice.
Absolutely. Washington leading the league in strikeouts. Atkins as a pitcher is third. They won it high, and it's swung on, fought off, foul the other way. We'll do it again.
So Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is our next crab feast. And so if you enjoy that crab feast, which why wouldn't you if you like crabs? It's an awesome bargain. All you can eat 2-hour crab feast plus your game ticket and your beverages, your non-alcoholic beverages, that is, Daryl, for $35, and you do need to buy those in advance. So if you're interested in that crab feast, hop on the website in the next couple days and pick up those tickets, because we have to give Captain Bob's that count later on in the week. So we do have to cut off ticket sales for the crab feast. So always a great time.
Another 0-2, and it missed a little low. What if we broadcast from the crab?
There you go. There you go. So again, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back here at People's Bank Park. And then the week after that, we have a couple of our bargain nights, our value nights.
Atkins delivering, and a swing and a miss. Breaking ball down, gets him. And Atkins' first strikeout in today's game, 2 away.
So one of our great partners, Community Courier, they have their Community Courier night on July 24th. So look in your Community Courier newspaper all over York County and grab that coupon for a free Revs ticket. And then 2 nights later, on Thursday the 26th, another one of our great partners, Maple Donuts. So head into Maple Donuts, grab those donuts, and grab those Revs tickets as well, and come out and see us.
Oh, that's awesome. Looking ahead, here's Afner and a first pitch fastball strike.
And then last but not least, Daryl, I did want to point out that we're back home again, yet again, 3 weekends from now. And that's another huge night here at the ballpark every year.
There's a foul tip back to the net. It's 0-2.
These guys are cutting into my time.
I know.
Swing early, swing often. It looks like you'd think Long Island might have somewhere to go. But August 4th is the return of the Superstars to People's Bank Park, and that's become a huge fan favorite ever since we had them here for the All-Star Game in 2011. So put that on your calendar. August 4th is the return of the Superstars.
He's a swing and a pop foul over the first base roof.
And not only Daryl Henry is it the return of the Superstars, and I know that's one of your favorites, but it is a visor giveaway presented by OSS Health, and it is softball night. So much going on. It's kind of mind-blowing, I know. A lot to remember there.
Pitch here is just off the corner away. Atkins and everybody behind him took...
Downtown wonders where it was.
Downtown took a step toward the dugout there.
That's right.
Well, I mean, Eric, we're just into the second half, but there's so much still to come.
There is. I really feel like with our promotional schedule this year, of course,
he's a little looper at first. Burgess is there to catch it. He'll come in and make the grab near the bag. Stay with us.
Okay.
We'll.
You mind if I stay, Daryl?
On it up. Yeah, no, okay. Absolutely. 1, 2, 3, second inning. Well, we can even continue it now, Eric, if you want to chat here between innings.
Let's go to commercial, Daryl. We got a radio station around here, buddy.
We do have that. Bottom of the second, Revs with a 1-0 lead here this afternoon in York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years, always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
1-0, Revs in front as they come to bat here in the home half of the second inning. Jose Cuevas will lead it off. Revs president Eric Menzer in the booth with us as we were chatting about some huge nights upcoming in the top half of the inning. Lots of home games, lots of weekend home games coming up.
That's right, and
there's a first pitch inside. Go ahead, Eric.
I was so excited I skipped over a bunch of stuff even.
Oh, really?
It's amazing. So I should point out that in addition to the Crab Feast next Sunday,
is it called Strike?
We are celebrating National Pie Day. Now, there are different kinds of pie. There's the kind you eat, and then, of course, there's the mathematical pie, 3.14. So next Sunday, all field box tickets.
Just swing and a miss. 1 and 2 on Cuevas.
Next Sunday, all field box tickets are just $3.14.
Nice.
$3.14 for National Pie Day. So that's next Sunday. So if you're listening this afternoon here on a Sunday afternoon in New York, and you think, I should really get out to a Revs game, maybe next Sunday, again, if you're one of our frugal fans.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Badamo stayed away from him and has his third strikeout, 1 down.
Maybe both teams have somewhere to go. Yeah. Is there something later today that you're not telling me about, Daryl?
Not that I've heard.
I mean,
I'm curious too.
The World Cup game is over.
Yeah.
France won that. I don't know if you reported that in real time, but France is your World Cup champion. Yeah, so anyway, next Sunday, National Pie Day, $3.14 field box tickets. The 24th, Tuesday, Community Courier Night. 25th, we have a day game. 26th, another Maple Donut Night.
Here's Ryan Dent, who lays off a curveball low.
And then we hop ahead to that August 3rd, 4th, 5th weekend homestand again. And the 4th, again, just as a reminder, if you want to see those superstars.
Pitch is fouled back just over the netting. Ball and a strike.
So if you want to see those superstars and you want to get that great visor courtesy of OSS Health, that Revs visor, then hop on to YorkRevolution.com and get your tickets, because again, we know historically speaking that game will be a great sale night.
1-1 and a curveball. It's a called strike. Like we were saying, in general terms, I mean, we're basically just past the midway point, but so much still to look forward to. There's the 1-2, and that misses upstairs.
And of course, there is, which includes, of course, fireworks every Saturday night, which, with all this other stuff going on, I always forget to mention. But, I mean, as those of you who have been here know, there is no better fireworks display in York County than you see here in our ballpark.
There's a ball a little bit up, 3-2 on Dent. Revs a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
And Badoma looked a little irritated on that non-call.
Yeah, they've been trying to figure it out. The edges here early on. Here's the 3-2. And a ground ball off the end of the bat down to third. Ard's got it and fires to first. 2 away. That'll bring up Tyler Clark. First game played since June 24th today. He suffered that swollen thumb. Kind of got bent back awkwardly on a pitch. He has been itching to get back. From a baseball standpoint, Eric, there's so much to look forward to on the field as well. This team has proven year after year to be a great team of making adjustments at the midway point, making second half runs.
Yep, no question, and tied for first very, very, very early, of course, in the half, but I'd rather be in our position than the alternative.
Is a ball away. 1-0 on Clark.
And of course, we all know that when you play these halves, things can change so much with the motivation and intensity of teams in different halves.
1-0. And that's over the plate, called strike.
I mean, Sugar Land obviously ended the first half just red hot, and give them credit. Give them credit. They've got a good ball club, but it is historically proven difficult in the Atlantic League to win both halves.
Now the 1-1, and a bouncing ball foul, third base side. Look at Polo with the hands. 1-2 now.
He's still got it down there.
He does.
He made a play like that at the All-Star game, by the way, that had the Long Island crowd cheering for him.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, by the way, I mean, we should mention, how excited are you for a year from now?
Yeah, you know, gosh, very is the answer. Some people kind of fret over having to, what they call quote unquote having to host the All-Star game. I love it. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. It's great for our fans. It's great for our group of employees. Yes, you have to work extra hard, but man, what a reward when you bring everyone to your town.
His breaking ball, strike 3 called, hit the inside corner.
And he knew it.
Yeah, he did. He did. Eric, thank you.
Yep, thank you, Daryl.
We'll do it again. Weekend's coming up. 1-2-3 inning for Badamo, and we'll go to the third. Still a 1-0 Revs lead.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, I'm Eric Chase, the Executive Director and CEO of the Children's Aid Society, and we're glad to be a homestand sponsor with the York Revolution this year. At the Lehman Center here in York, we keep children safe and feel loved by helping children and their families build stronger, healthier lives through our compassionate and professional services of respite care, parent education and support groups, creative art therapies, and family advocacy. I invite you to come out and meet our team at Peoples Bank Park, July 13th through the 15th for our homestand. Thank you.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the third, it's a 1-0 Revs lead. Mitch Atkins will go back to work. Thanks to Revs President Eric Menzer for joining us here last inning. Anthony Vega will lead things off as we begin the third. 8-9-1 due up. Atkins threw 2 innings, an infield hit. That is all. 1 strikeout, no walks. And Anthony Vega will climb in, hitting at .224. 1 homer, 3 driven in. First pitch of the inning. He shows bunt, and it misses just outside. That drags Cuevas in from third, at least on Vega showing that bunt. A little bit of a part in the cloud cover. Off to the north and the east. Pitch is swung on, pops straight up. Clark off with the mask, coming back toward us, right by the screen. He's got just enough room. He was just about leaning into the wall padding behind home plate, maybe a half step to spare, and he makes the grab, 1 down.
Another great job by Mitch to induce some soft contact, get a hitter out in front, and Clark stayed with that the entire way, found the spot, ran to it, threw the mask at the right time, and
Really just a textbook job of catching a pop-up behind home plate there.
Here's Dan Lyons now. He's hitting .209, 2 home runs. He's hit .333 against York. And the pitch from Mitch, fastball just inside. Lyons' last 14 games hitting .319. He had a dreadful start, but has begun to get it going. 8th year with the Ducks. Pitch is inside off Clark's glove and on back. Now has 995 hits in his pro career. And today his 854th game played with Long Island, within 9 of tying Ray Navarrete for their all-time record. He swings and misses here. Fastball from Atkins. It's 2-1. No, he's the K-man today, too. Shade him the other way in the outfield. Atkins ready, the 2-1. And he swings, hits it that way. Mitchell in right backs up. He's got a beat on it and makes the grab. A fly ball to right, 2 up, 2 down. And Atkins, through his first 8 outs today, has now gotten 6 in the air. 1 ground out, 1 strikeout.
On a day like today, you can do that when the ball's not flying like it usually is in this ballpark. And hey, look, Atkins, sometimes it's a steady diet of ground ball outs for him. Sometimes he has the strikeout pitch working. So far, he's pitched to contact well, and fly balls haven't been that hard hit and not too deep.
Now here is Jordani Valdespin back at the top. He grounded out to first his first time. Shows bunt. First pitch is down the middle for a strike. Valdespin hitting .362 entering play today. That tops the league. It's reached safely in 32 straight. Hitting almost .400 the last month plus. Clark sets up in the 0-1. And he grounds it, second base. 2 hops to Alexi. He gloves, sidearms to first. Valdespin wasn't even halfway down the line when the ball was in Burgess's mitt. At first base, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mitch. We go to the bottom half of the third. It's a 1-0 Revs lead.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank can help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
Hi, I'm Eric Chase, the Executive Director and CEO of the Children's Aid Society, and we're glad to be a homestand sponsor with the York Revolution this year. At the Lehman Center here in York, we keep children safe and feel loved by helping children and their families build stronger, healthier lives through our compassionate and professional services of respite care, parent education and support groups, creative art therapies, and family advocacy. I invite you to come out and meet our team at People's Bank Park, July 13th through the 15th for our homestand. Thank you.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
A 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom half of the third inning as they wheeled the hot dog cannon off here in this Dollar Dog Day. Travis Witherspoon will lead things off. Mitchell and Casilla coming up behind him. Revs scoring in the first inning on it. Jared Mitchell leadoff double, and then a sack bunt throwing error. Now we've got something loose in the left field corner. I think that was a hot dog that was loose. Lou Ford has to underhand a wiener back toward the crowd.
He didn't eat it? I'm surprised. No, I mean, I'm just saying that if a player gets a hot dog out on the field, might as well unwrap it and take a bite. Why not?
Yeah,
free dog.
Didn't Man Ram do that once?
Yeah, somebody did.
First pitch, it is down and away on Witherspoon.
Well, there's a couple years ago, Miguel Cabrera took some nachos out of a fan's little tray as he was going for a foul ball down the first base liner. It's either him or Fielder.
Here's a drive, right center field. Heading over, though, from right is Vega, and he's there. Witherspoon lined it pretty hard the other way, but Vega right there from right field, one down. And that is 7 straight retired by Badamo since the first 2 had reached. First one scored, 1-0 the lead. Mentioned he went to Dowling College on Long Island. That's a Division II school. There's Mitchell, who doubled in the first and scored. First pitch is outside this time. Doubled off the wall, padding in left. Last year, Badamo was signed by the Diamondbacks from Bridgeport. He fires, and a ground ball up the middle, base hit center field. Mitchell rips it right past Badamo, who almost had to react in a little self-defense. A hot shot on the ground right past him, and Mitchell 2 for 2 today.
Seeing the ball really well, stays up the diamond there, simple approach, able to get the good part of the bat on that and send it straight back up. And when I talked to Jared a couple weeks ago, he says he was ahead of schedule where he wanted to be at the plate than he was last year. And that says something, because the numbers aren't quite there yet for him this year. So at least he feels good at the plate, and things look like they're starting to come around.
Now Casilla, he takes first pitch all the way. It's a strike. And the sack bunt in the first inning, which led to the throwing error. Badamo, 3 straight quality starts, including both of his starts with Long Island. He deals, and that's down and in. Casilla moves the feet back. His second outing with New Britain was at Long Island. He gave up just 1 hit in 5 innings, and it's probably when they thought, you know what, let's try to get this guy. Born in Mount Sinai, New York. Pitch is grounded toward the middle. Right there, though, it's short as Lyons. Gloves, steps in the bag, and throws to first. Inning-ending 6-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left for the Revs in the third. We go to the fourth. Michael with the play-by-play. And the Revs with a 1-0 lead.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
the Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing. Top of the 4th inning from Peoples Bank Park. Michael Marcantonini taking over on the play-by-play. Mitch Atkins has given up just 1 hit through 3 strong innings so far. Scoreless inning streak at 12 1/3 innings for Mitch right now, following the complete game shutout in Southern Maryland the Friday before the All-Star break. Mitch back on the bump today. He's won his last 6 starts, looking to make it 7 in a row. He has a 2.25 ERA over his last 6 coming in, and that number continues to go down. He'll face Emilio Bonifacio, Travis Snyder, and Lou Ford, 2-3-4 in the Ducks order in the top of the 4th. First pitch of the inning to Bonifacio, a cutter that gets across the plate for a strike, 0-1. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Revs, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error for the Ducks. That error did lead to the Revs' first run. They got it in the bottom of the 1st. Clark sets up outside, the 0-1, misses out, it's 1-1. Jared Mitchell led off the bottom of the 1st inning with a double to the left center gap for the Revs. The next batter, Casilla, tried to drop a sac bunt down. The throw to first was wide. Casilla got to second on it. Mitchell scored, and that's where we are here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. Bonifacio back out in center field today. Had a single last night. He reached on an error in the 1st inning, was caught stealing by Severino in that game. The night before that, a single and a run scored. Mainstay out in center, the captain of the outfield for the Ducks. The 2-1 pitch, chop foul, it's 2-2. For Atkins, this is his 14th start of the season. He's been excellent as of late. He has 6 games this year where he's gone at least 6 innings. Hasn't lost a game since May 22nd. And he hasn't given up more than 3 runs in a start since June 2nd. So an excellent second half of the first half for Mitch. He continues to pitch well. Post All-Star break now through 3+ scoreless. Bonifacio dribbles one out to second. Casilla waits back on it. Throws over to Burgess in time to get Emilio. 1 up, 1 down here in the 4th. The only base runner Atkins allowed was a Bonifacio infield single in the 1st inning. Since then, he's retired the last 9 batters that he's faced. Looking to make it 10 in a row with Snyder, the DH, at the dish. 1 out, no one on, top 4. Revs lead the Ducks 1-0 in the rubber match of this series. Both teams off tomorrow. The Ducks will open up a 3-game series with New Britain at home coming up on Tuesday. The Revs go into Lancaster as Snyder swings and misses at a changeup. The Revs will play 4 games in 3 days with the Barnstormers at Clipper Magazine Stadium. A doubleheader on Tuesday, 2 7-inning games, and a night game on Wednesday. The finale of the 4-game set, a day game on Thursday. The Revs looking to go into that off day tomorrow with a win. Now Snyder chops one foul past the Revs dugout over toward York's bullpen. It's 0-2. Mitch getting ahead of another hitter, looking to retire his 10th straight. York an early 1-0 lead over Long Island in the top of the 4th inning. Haven't seen any sun today, but it looks like some's trying to pierce through off in the horizon. Now the 0-2 from Atkins, slider in the dirt low. Clark blocks it, keeping it in front. It's 1-2 on Snyder. Snyder flew out to left his first time up after a lengthy at-bat. Atkins was down in the count 3-1 to him, but battled back and eventually won the battle. 1-2 count with 1 down, no one on. Straightaway defense for the Revs all the way around the diamond. And the pitch, fastball misses high. If Atkins can get Snyder here, it will be 11 straight retired by Atkins. It would be the 6th time a Revs starting pitcher has done that this season. Team record for consecutive hitters retired is 17. 3 pitchers did that on June 9th against the Ducks. Count even at 2. Snyder calls for time. Lou Ford waiting on deck. Snyder steps back in the box now, gets ready to hit. Snyder, a Major League veteran, as plenty of the members of this Ducks roster are. 2-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle, Dent to his left, fields it, throws to first, sidearm, Burgess the stretch. He holds the bag, says the first base umpire, Tim Detweiler. A nice play there from Dent ranging up the middle, even better hold by Burgess. 11 in a row set down by Mitch, so he does match season high in consecutive hitters retired for a Revs starting pitcher. See if he can break that record and get Ford. Slowly hit ground ball by Snyder up the middle, but Dent so sure-handed moving up the middle. He's able to field it, throw to first in one motion. Now the right-handed hitting power threat Ford. First pitch to him is a fastball lower half of the zone called strike one. No balls and one strike. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. It's the Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing, top 4. Mitch Atkins got a run of support in the first, and that's all he's needed so far as he misses inside. 1-1 the count. Just 3 hits combined in the game. The Revs have 2 of them. Ducks only hit an infield knock by Bonifacio in the first. Atkins ready, the 1-1 pitch misses inside to Ford. Ford has the batting average up to 280 coming into today. Had a triple and a home run last night. 2-run shot. Brought home the final 2 runs of the night for Long Island. They won it 13-4. Ford flicks one foul out of play right side, 2-2. So it was 13-4 Ducks last night, but the Revs came away with a 16-1 blowout win in Game 1 of this series. Long Island leads the season series 5-4. Been a very competitive, highly contested season series. Now Ford sends one off the end of the bat over Burgess's head at first and into right field, a knock. So the 11 straight men retired by Atkins ties a season high for a Revs starter, but it will end there. He cannot get 12 in a row. Ford reaches on the knock. So after 2 hits last night and 1 hit the night before, Lou Ford has another one here. 4 hits in the series. Here's Taylor Ard, the third baseman, who's done some damage against the Revs this year. Hit a 2-run homer here at Peoples Bank Park in a game that ended 2-0 in the Ducks' favor back in early June. Drove in the only run of Friday night's game for the Ducks. Now he swings at the first pitch off the end of the bat, flicks it out to shallow right. Mitchell coming on, he won't get there. A bloop single for Ard. Ford read it well, and with 2 outs he was going anyway. First and second now, back-to-back knocks to right off Atkins. And David Washington will get a shot with 2 on and 2 outs. Washington leads the Atlantic League with 90 strikeouts on the season. And he's up there by himself. No one really that close to him in that department. He has 18 more strikeouts than anyone else in the league. Bodes well for Atkins, whose only strikeout today came against Washington in the second. First pitch, Washington laces it foul out of play over the Revs bullpen. Robert Carson dancing out of danger there. 0-1 the count on Wash. Ford at second, Ard at first. 2 outs in the inning. Top 4, Revs lead at 1-0. Revs looking to come away with the rubber match victory and get a series win against the Ducks, who are 4-1 in the second half. The Revs are 3-2. Atkins looks at second to pitch. This time fouled off left field side. It's 0-2. The scoreless streak for Atkins still alive. It's at 13 innings right now. The longest scoreless streak for a Rev this season was Zach Groats. 21 2/3 innings in late April through almost the end of May. 0-2 pitch to Washington. Swing and a miss. Change up in the dirt. Clark applies the tag. Mitch Atkins gets a strikeout to end it. 2 Ks of Washington in the game. No runs on 1 hit or 2 hits. No errors. And 2 left on here in the top of the 4th. The Revs holding a 1-0 lead will go to the bottom of the 4th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs holding a 1-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. Bottom of the fourth inning from Peoples Bank Park. Wellington Dotel, the three-hitter in the Revs lineup, set to lead things off against Tyler Badamo. First pitch from Badamo. Dotel shows bunt, pops it up, foul territory, third base, and Ard comes on and makes the grab. So a good idea from Dotel there to catch Ard napping, but as he was charging in, was able to run through that ball in foul territory as the bunt attempt is thwarted. So one pitch, one out for Badamo in the inning. Brings up Melky Mesa, who coming into this series was the Revs' hottest hitter. He's still one of the hottest hitters on the team and in the league. 333 the average coming in. Would qualify for third in the league if he had enough at-bats. But he has just one hit in this series so far. First pitch to Melky, fastball over the heart of the plate for strike one. Melky DHing again today. He's been a fixture in that cleanup spot over the last few weeks. Burgess will follow him. And the 0-1 pitch from Badamo. Curveball misses in. It's 1-1. 1-0 Revs lead, bottom four. One out, no one on in the inning. Ducks out hitting the Revs 3-2, but all three of the hits weakly hit balls off Mitch Atkins. Now Mesa fists one foul out of play over the Revs dugout. It's 1-2. So Badamo, the right-hander, getting ahead of Mesa, the right-handed hitter here. Badamo working on his third Atlantic League team this season, fourth over the last two campaigns. 1-2 the count on Mesa. Now he calls for time. Badamo started this season with Sugarland, then went to New Britain, and the Bees traded for the right-hander, and he's made two starts so far, this being the third. Mesa takes a change-up high there. It's 2-2. Badamo's 1-1 with a 3.46 ERA and two starts with the Ducks. 13 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks in a Long Island uniform. 2-2 pitch to Mesa. Fastball foul tipped into the glove of Affinere, and that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Badamo as Mesa strikes out swinging for the second time in this one. Brings up the Revs' 5-hitter and first baseman Michael Burgess. Burgess leads the team with 10 home runs. One of 4 Revs with 30 or more RBIs on the season. Burgess comes in hitting .231 with 10 homers, 33 RBI. He's 2 for 7 with an RBI and 4 runs scored this series. Takes low. It's 1-0. 1-0 the Revs lead the Ducks, bottom 4. If Burgess can reach, Cuevas will get a shot. Burgess scored 3 runs in Friday night's win. He taps one out in front of the plate, third base side. Affinere can't pick it up, and it'll be an infield bunt, swinging bunt single for Michael Burgess. Just tapped it off the end of the bat, out in front of the plate, down the third base line. Affinere tried to pick it up. Maybe he thought it was foul. Ended up not even picking up the baseball, and Burgess has himself an infield knock. First infield hit of the game for the Revs. So the inning continues for Cuevas. Jose sat out the first 2 games of this series, getting some extended rest. Back over at the hot corner today, giving Zach Wilson a blow. 2 outs in the inning, man on first. Revs up 1-0, bottom 4. Badamo out of the stretch, the pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Now, home plate umpire Carlos Dano says it was tipped into the glove of Afneer. 0-1. Cuevas slumping at the plate, average at .215. Does have his fair share of RBIs. He has 27 on the year, 3 home runs. On the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball misses off the plate and low. It's 1-1. This is Cuevas' first action post-All-Star break. On June 28th at Long Island, he went 3 for 5, drove in 3 runs, and scored a run in that game. He's had some success against the Ducks. Now time is called. Carlos Dano, the home plate umpire, is the one that signals for it. Burgess a short lead off first. Washington holding him on over at the bag. Big hole between first and second. Valdespin is shaded way up the middle. Now the 0-1. Cuevas swings through a fastball. It's 0-2, 89 on the gun. The Ducks playing Cuevas to pull. The third baseman Ard is shaded toward the line and back deep behind the bag. The shortstop Lyons deep in the hole. Valdespin, I mentioned, shaded up the middle. So they are giving Cuevas the right side of the infield. Badamo's set. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high. And the count goes to 1-2. 1-0 Revs lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's turned out to be a decent day here in downtown York. A little drizzle before the game. The tarp was on the field but was taken off before warm-ups. That one's in the dirt. Ball missed outside. Afneer blocked it. Cuevas wisely laid off, and the count runs full at 3-2. Cuevas hitting .261 in 7 games this year against the Ducks. He's 6 for 23. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Now Cuevas back in the box. Full count, so Burgess will be off on the pitch from first. And the pitch misses away, and Cuevas goes from 0-2, and he works a walk. Revs now have runners at first and second with 2 outs in the inning. Same situation that the Ducks had in the top of this 4th. So here's Ryan Dent, the shortstop. Dent's enjoyed a nice series here against the Ducks. Only 2 hits, but he's made them count. He's driven in 4 runs. 3 of those came on a home run he hit on Friday night out to left center. It's just 1 for 13 in the series with Southern Maryland before the break, so he's looking to get back on track, hitting .250 on the year. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Dent first pitch swinging, misses a changeup. It's 0-1. Revs got a run in the bottom of the 1st. It's the only run that's been scored in this one. It's 1-0 Revs. 3 hits apiece for both teams. Burgess a short lead off second. Cuevas not being held on at first. Badamo looks at Burgess. Now the pitch to the plate. Slider misses off. It's 1-1. I want to give a shout out to my friends Thomas, Kara, and Cody, who were in attendance here at Peoples Bank Park today, taking in their first Revs game. Made the trip up from Bluebell today. Now they had some fun before the game, and now in taking in a game, they were all in favor of the chicken tenders here at the stadium. Well, who isn't? 1-1 on Dent. Slider misses just inside. It's 2-1. Revs looking to open this thing up a bit. They lead it by 1. 1-0 in the 4th. 2 on for Dent. Badamo comes set, trying to work out of this inning for the Ducks. And the pitch. Fastball caught the upper half of the strike zone. And it's 2-2. Revs have done a good job working the count in the inning. Badamo up to 62 pitches in just the 4th. Dent hitting .303 this year against the Ducks. Has 10 hits. He's looking to make it 11 now. Open stance for the slugging shortstop, and the pitch. Tapper up the middle. The shortstop Lyons has it. He'll race to the bag himself. He beats Cuevas, who slides in late, and the inning is over. 6 unassisted fielders' choice to end the inning. The Revs get a hit and another runner on in the inning, but they leave 2 no runs. And after 4 full, it's 1-0 Revs. We'll go to the top of the 5th next. Stick with us.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
The Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing. Top of inning number 5 from Peoples Bank Park. Mitch Atkins looking to extend his scoreless streak even more. He's at 13 1/3 innings right now as he comes out to work the 5th. He's scattered just 3 hits through 4 really solid innings. The Revs got a first inning run off Tyler Badamo, and Alexi Casilla dropped a sacrifice bunt down. The throw was wide to first. It allowed Jared Mitchell to score from second. So the Revs took an early 1-0 lead. They still hold that 1-0 lead in the 5th. And Atkins will get the bottom 3 in the order for the Ducks. Afneer, Vega, and Lyons, 7, 8, 9. Afneer getting the start behind the dish tonight, or today, after Ramon Cabrera started the first 2 games of this series. First pitch of the inning. Sinking liner out to left. Dotel coming on. He'll have to play it on a hop in front of him. A little bit of a half step back before coming in, and that cost him. But he does keep it in front, so it's a leadoff single for Afneer. He's 1 for 2. First time in the game that Atkins has allowed the leadoff man to reach. And a few base runners that have reached against him so far in this one have not been an issue. Atkins worked around first and second with 2 outs to get out of the 4th. Now here's the left-handed hitting Anthony Vega. Gets the start in right today. Shows bunt, drops a chopper down first base side. Atkins fields it. Underhand flip to Burgess over at first. Sacrifice bunt 1-3 on the putout. Afneer moves up to second. So the bunt works out. Vega does his job out of the 8-hole. Mitch was quick to come off the mound and field that one. He falls off to that side anyway. Got a high hop on the bunt. Now here's the 9-hitter, Dan Lyons. Lyons, the K-man here today. He has Afneer out at second base with 1 out to work with. Atkins looking to keep this a 1-0 game. An error by the Ducks, part of the difference right now in the game. There's a slider that misses high. It's 1-0. There's no saying that the Revs wouldn't have scored without the error in the inning. It would have been a man on third and 1 out. They could have easily pushed that run across, but the run was unearned because of the throwing error on Badamo. The 1-0 pitch, off the end of the bat, out to short. Dent waits back on it, throws low to first. Burgess has it. Moving up to third is Afneer. There are 2 outs now in the inning. Atkins back-to-back ground balls on the bunt, and now the roller to short. Back to the top of the order, here's Jordani Valdespin, the league's leading hitter. Valdespin, then Bonifacio if Jordani reaches. Valdespin came into today hitting .362. The average is not dipping anytime soon. He's playing in his 66th game of the season here today. 97 hits on the year. First pitch slider is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs in the inning, man on third. 1-0 lead for the Revs top 5. Valdespin in an 0-1 count. A little bit of a breeze picking up from right center, blowing out towards left. Valdespin calls for time. Atkins was taking a while, taking the sign from Clark. Clark, his first game off the DL here today. Back in the lineup. The 0-1 to Valdespin, swing and a miss, change up in the dirt. Good block by Clark to keep it in front. And the count's 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Hafner on third. He singled to start the inning, got to second on the bunt from Vega. Moved up to third on Lyons' ground out. Well, Mitch trying to find the ender here in the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes on Valdespin, who hops back in the box. Mitch out of the stretch, comes set, takes the sign from Tyler. Clark sets up outside the pitch. Slider on the outer half. He smacks it out to second. Casilla is there, though. Throws to first, and the inning is over. So Atkins works around a leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left in the inning for the Ducks. After 4.5, it's the Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hi, I'm Eric Chase, the Executive Director and CEO of the Children's Aid Society, and we're glad to be a homestand sponsor with the York Revolution this year. At the Lehman Center here in York, we keep children safe and feel loved by helping children and their families build stronger, healthier lives through our compassionate and professional services of respite care, parent education and support groups, creative art therapies, and family advocacy. I invite you to come out and meet our team at People's Bank Park, July 13th through the 15th for our homestand. Thank you.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
1-0 Revs over the Ducks, bottom 5. Mitch Atkins working on another really solid performance. 5 shutout innings. He scattered just 4 hits. All 4 weak contact, including 1 infield hit. He's been excellent today. Mitch, who's won his last 6 starts, is in line for the win right now. He's qualified for the win through 5. Revs looking for more runs, though. Tyler Clark takes high to start the inning. It's 1-0. Tyler Badamo back out there for the Ducks. He's been solid so far. He allowed just an unearned run in the first. The error was his, though. He's given up just 3 hits. Clark takes low and away. Ball 2. Clark, Witherspoon, Mitchell, 8-9-1 for the Revs. Clark struck out looking his first time up. But he is back in the lineup, and that is good news alone. Spent a lot of time on the DL with a thumb injury. Hitting just 202 on the year, 5 homers, 14 RBI, but he's meant so much to this team defensively. Fastball on the outer half, it's 2-1. Well, Darryl, I'll welcome you back onto the call here. Hope you had a good lunch in that 4th inning.
It was good. Isaac's delivering today.
Did you get a cookie?
Not yet.
Well, hopefully there's still some left. A 2-1 pitch, fastball misses low, 3-1.
Had a wrap.
Well, wraps are always solid.
A little self-control.
Yeah.
On the cookie front.
Yeah, but That's one thing where I mean, cookies are the one thing that I really don't worry about self-control when they're out there.
It's your exception.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. 3 balls and a strike on Clark. The pitch, fastball on the outside corner. Clark thought it was ball 4. He was started towards first, but he'll crack an unhappy kind of smile and head back to the box. Well, it's cookies and Cheetos that are my 2 weaknesses.
Everybody's got to have a vice.
All right. Well, my squad in the stands, if they're still listening on their phones, they'll be able to tell you. 3-2 on Clark. The pitch from Badamo. Out to short on 1 hop. Lyons has it. Throws to first. Clark out by about a step. 1 out here in the 5th. So Clark thought he saw ball 4 the pitch before. But he did not, according to Carlos Dano.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It cost the Revs a potential leadoff base runner. He flew down the line on a routine ground ball there. He might have been running with some frustration, but we saw that happen earlier in the game with Travis Snyder. Mitch Atkins got a call and eventually retired him.
Here's Travis Witherspoon with 1 out and no one on. Spoon takes a slider off the plate and away, or low. 1-0 the count. 1-0 Revs lead, bottom 5. This game very different from the first 2 we saw in the series. 16-1 the Revs, and then 13-4 Ducks last night. Spoon pops one up right side of the diamond, foul territory. Afneer and Washington over. It's Washington that calls for it and makes the grab around the on-deck circle by the Revs dugout. 2 outs in the inning, so Spoon retired. Badamo continues to pitch well. He's looked good, but Mitch Atkins has looked better, Darryl.
Yeah, both pitchers have been cruising. Good command, and just the one mistake that, Badamo, I mean, he didn't really have a target to throw to on that throwing error in the first inning, but it was his error. But, yeah, Atkins, Badamo today is going up against maybe the best starter in the league right now in Mitch.
2 outs and no one on. Back to the top of the order from Mitchell. Jared's 2 for 2. A double and a run scored in the first. The only run of the game for either team. He singled in the third, was later erased on a double play. Badamo out of the windup, takes the sign from Afneer. The pitch, breaking ball misses outside. It's 1-0. Well, you mentioned it may not be another better starter in the league right now. It's hard to argue with that statement when Mitch has won his last 6.
Yeah.
I mean, every time out you think he's going to do what he's doing today. Badamo has been effective, however. 1-0 to Mitchell. Off the end of the bat, out to second. Valdespin has it over to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Badamo. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none reach base in the inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. The Revs still holding their 1-0 lead for Mitch Atkins, who will come back out.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Mitch Atkins back to work in the top of the 6th. He's scattered just 4 hits through 5 shutout frames so far. It's the Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing in the away half of the 6th. Emilio Bonifacio will lead off for Long Island. 2-3-4, Bonifacio, Snyder, Ford. Michael Marcantonini alongside Darrell Henry on what's turned out to be a really nice afternoon in York. The sky is opened up. There is light blue sky in the distance, and we do see some sun after all, Darrell.
Amazing. What's that?
Considering how this day started and what weekends usually are like here in York. See, just like clockwork every Sunday, gray, gray, gray sky. As Bonifacio is gassed by a fastball to start the inning, 0-1. A little bit of drizzle, but a little drizzle like that never hurt anyone.
Yeah. It was actually fairly cool this morning compared to what we've had recently. Heating up a bit, though, now, the sun out.
Balls and 1 strike on Bonifacio. The pitch from Atkins. Chop foul, third base side. It's 0-2. Getting ahead of hitters is maybe the most important thing for Atkins. Early on in the season, he would fall behind guys, and then it was leaving a lot of pitches over the plate, and guys were taking advantage of it. But, I mean, since late May, it has just been a different Mitch Atkins. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside, but have you noticed anything specifically other than, you know, the obvious stuff that we've seen?
Yeah, I mean, really, like you said, it's early in the count, fastball command.
A 1-2 pitch to Bonifacio just off the plate. It's 2-2. That one was close.
Wow. But when he does get ahead, that makes those breaking pitches that much more effective, obviously. Sounds simple, but I mean, he has said that his command of that 4-seamer is where it starts with him.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Bonifacio. He swings and misses at a fastball outside the zone. 3rd strikeout of the game for Atkins. He has out number 1 here in the 6th. Big pitch right there from Mitch as Bonifacio chased. That brings up Travis Snyder. And one thing I've noticed is the cutter, too. That's a pitch that he's really used to his advantage.
Yeah. And he'll keep pounding the zone with that until he has to go to something else. But he said that maybe the one adjustment that he made wasn't so much even mechanical, just kind of mentally and the approach and what he was trying to do out there. But he has gotten into a groove, and it's been fun to watch.
First pitch to Snyder, fastball right there on the outer half, painting the black with ease. No out, or 1 out, no one on. 1-0 lead for the Revs, top 6. Atkins, the former major leaguer for the Cubs and Orioles, just dealing here again today at Peoples Bank Park. Coming off a complete game, 10 strikeout shutout victory in Southern Maryland before the break. Threw a scoreless inning in the All-Star game, pitched the 2nd inning of that game. So he misses a little bit off the plate with a cutter there. It's 1-1. Opponents now hitting just .274 against Atkins. It wasn't too long ago that, I mean, opponents were hitting almost .400 against him after some rough early season starts. Has not lost a game since May 22nd. 6-0 in his last 6. Time is called.
Yeah, ordinarily on a streak like that, you have a couple of no decisions mixed in at least, but not even that. It's 6 wins the last 6 starts.
The Revs have given Atkins some run support, too. He misses outside with a cutter. It's something he was not getting early on this season. He's gotten 49 runs of support in 13 starts. Almost 4 runs a game. Well, you love that as a starting pitcher. Makes your job that much easier.
And they probably see him on the card and, oh, this is a win day.
Every 5th day. Fastball misses out. He's missed out 3 times now in the AB to Snyder. It's 3-1. Need a saying for that. You know how the Phillies had every 5th day was a holiday?
That's right, yeah.
Every 5th day. What is it for Mitch? We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll use the off day tomorrow for that.
Yeah. 3-1 pitch. Fastball. This time it catches the outer half, and the count runs full. So Snyder, like all, was working the count. He's hitless today, 0 for 2. Mitch trying to make it 0 for 3. Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing, top 6. Atkins taking his time on the hill. Clark running through the signs. Now Mitch ready to the plate. The 3-2 misses high. Ball four, it's the first walk of the afternoon for Atkins. And a one-out base runner for Lou Ford.
Well, that is maybe the guy in the lineup that you circle that you don't want to allow to beat you, so perhaps being a little more careful there. Trusting himself to get these next two guys.
Atkins did not walk anybody in his start against Southern Maryland. Walked 3 in his start before that. First pitch to Lou Ford, fastball misses in 1-0. Denton can see a pinching for 2 up the middle. Cuevas, the third baseman, is a little bit off the line, a couple steps behind the bag. Burgess, the first baseman, holding on Snyder. Spoon in center, shaded toward right center. 1-0 to Ford, fastball high and tight. And we did see Ford go to right center twice yesterday. The home run late in the game went over the right center field wall. The wind is blowing a little bit towards left field today. Atkins looks at first. Snyder's over there with 1 out. The 2-0 pitch to Ford, fastball outside corner for a strike.
That's where it's got to be today. He was pretty close in earlier in the at-bat, but outside and off the plate, the pitchers are getting that most of the time.
2-1 on Ford in left field today. He pops one up, left center field, not too deep. Spoon ranging over, so is Dotel. And it's Dotel who will take charge and make the grab in left center. 2 outs in the inning. So after going 2-0 on Ford, he comes back with a called strike and then gets Ford to pop up. F7 in the book. 2 outs for Taylor Ard, the third baseman.
Now with Mitch, he'll have big strikeout games like the 10 Ks his last start, but he'll have some other ones where he's getting early outs and pitching to contact like he's done here today. He can be effective either way.
Well, the numbers he posted in his last start look like an MLB The Show line score.
Sure did.
3 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks. Curveball in for a strike, it's 0-1. One 0 Revs lead, top of the 6th. Revs looking for this rubber match win in another series victory. It would be their first series win against the Ducks. They split the last series with Long Island, 2-2. Move over to first, Snyder back. Revs looking for their 10th series win of the season. They're only 2-4 in rubber matches, 1-3 at home, but Atkins is looking to pitch the Revs to a win here today. The 1 run for the Revs is unearned. They scored on a throwing error by Badamo, the pitcher, in the first inning. Almost clipped the jersey there of Ard. Fastball missed tight. 1-1. But they're not going to just say, oh, that doesn't count because of the error. They take any runs you can get.
No doubt.
Especially against the tough Long Island team. Just an old-fashioned pitcher's duel today. And you got to feel that even if there wasn't an error made, the Revs would have gotten Mitchell home in the first. Well, this one's popped straight in the air, right side of the diamond. Atkins pointing to it. Burgess looks like he's under it. Now he drifts back and makes the catch a little bit shy of the mound. So Atkins gets a fly ball and a pop-up after the 1-out walk. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on in the inning. Atkins is through 6 scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Revs 1 and the Ducks nothing.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Revs still holding a 1-0 lead home half of the sixth. Alexi Casilla leads things off for York against Long Island. Casilla, Dotel, Mesa 2-3-4. Tyler Badamo back out to work. He's allowed just an unearned run and given up only 3 hits in this one. Casilla tries to slap one down the left field line, sinking quickly toward the corner, foul, out of play. 0-1 the count. Another good idea from Casilla, who does not just do that once in a while. It's almost every game we see him have at least one at-bat where he tries to slap one the other way and either beat out an infield hit or flick one over the third baseman's head.
Defensively, you just can't get totally comfortable because you don't know what he's going to do. Might drop down a bunt. Magician.
0-1 on Casilla, batting from the left side against the right-handed pitcher Badamo. And the 0-1 pitch, Casilla drops a bunt down. It's a good one. Third baseline, Ard bare hands, throws late to first. An infield bunt single for Alexi Casilla. Surprised that Ard even threw that to first. Casilla was already there. Just textbook there from Alexi, and like you said, Darryl, you just can't get comfortable.
You just never know. He might drop down a bunt. Well, the Revs last inning probably thought they should have had a leadoff base runner with Clark. Didn't get it. Now the third time through the order. That's potentially a big start here for the heart of the lineup. Seeing Badamo a third time.
Here's Dotel. First pitch to him is high. Fastball 1-0. Man on first, no outs. Casilla, the bunt hit was his 5th bunt hit of the season. It was the Revs' 8th bunt hit as a team. It was Casilla's 25th infield hit and the team's 65th infield hit this year. Casilla looks runnerish. He doesn't go. Dotel flicks one foul out of play right side of the diamond. 1-1. Revs lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. They're looking to increase that lead for Mitch Atkins, who's fired 6 scoreless innings here today, to extend his scoreless streak to 15 1/3 innings. Mitch continuing to pitch like he has been the past month and a half, just dominating. Mitch, a.k.a. Cy Young Atkins. 1-1 on Dotel. Double play depth for the Ducks up the middle. And the pitch. Hot shot out to short, backhanded by Lyons. Throws to second in time to get Casilla. No return throw to first from Valdespin. Lyons, the shortstop, bobbled it in his glove, but was able to recover in time to get the lead runner. There's one out here in the 6th.
Bobble cost them a chance at 2, though. Lyons has been one of the steady shortstops in the league. The Revs have the best one in Dent.
Well, Dent's been excellent this year. Revs defensively have been really solid. Well, here's Melky Mesa to hit with a man on first and 1 out. Dotel trades places with Casilla. Quick snap throw to first. Back in time is Wellington. Mesa looking for his first hit of the game and just 2nd hit of the series. He's gone cold here out of the break. First pitch, fastball misses low and away, 1-0. Mesa was 4 for 14 with 3 home runs, 5 RBI, and 4 runs scored, including a multi-homer game on Sunday in that series against the Blue Crabs before the break. Revs did lose the game he hit 2 home runs in. Mesa takes, delayed steal attempt from Dotel. Throw down to second is high, tag applied, and Dotel is thrown out at second. Valdespin was late to cover, but he handled the high throw, slapped the tag quickly on Dotel's back, And that's out number 2 in the inning. I think that was a missed hit and run there potentially, just a little over aggressiveness from Wellington.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the delayed steal rarely, but at times recently, and it took a great slap tag to get him fairly close.
2 outs and no one on for Mesa. The 1-1 slider misses low and away. It's 2-1.
Hafner is one of the younger catchers, maybe trying to catch him, not expecting that.
A good throw nonetheless from Hafner. It was on the money. 2-1. Mesa swings at a pitch off the plate. Well, he's not getting as many fastballs as he had been, and for good reason.
Yeah, he's a guy that opposing teams are going to be circling on that York lineup.
The 2-2 2-out pitch, foul tipped in and out of the glove of Hafner. And the inning continues. Revs holding a 1-0 lead, home half of the 6th. Mitch Atkins has been spectacular today. He's given up 4 hits, and Darryl, I can honestly say that, I'm sure you can too, that all 4 hits, none of them have been hit hard.
Yeah, they're not squaring him up, not even close.
2-2 coming again to Mesa. There's a pitch. Chopper to third. Ard boots it though, but he keeps it in front. Mesa will reach on the error by the third baseman Ard, but that's all he's able to get is 1 base. If that gets by Ard, maybe it gets close to the corner. Mesa gets 2 on it, but Taylor kept it in front. From the start, you could see that was going to be a tough hop on him. Second error of the game for the Ducks.
It hasn't been a banner day for them defensively. The Burgess infield hit 2 innings ago where Hafner kind of overran it. And see if the Revs can take advantage. They have on the 1 back in the first inning, the only run of the game to this point.
1-0 Revs, bottom 6. Ducks manager Kevin Baez was out to talk with Badamo and Hafner. Michael Burgess will hit with 2 outs and a man on first. He's 1 for 2 with an infield single in the 4th, a swinging bunt. Badamo has given up 21 extra base hits this season. Wouldn't this be a good time for number 22 off him?
Would be perfect. Just a little more breathing room for Mitch Atkins.
Give me a little double to left center for Burgess. Mesa will be off on the pitch will be running all the way with 2 outs. He could score from first.
A lot of room out there.
Burgess will hit. First pitch swinging, he chops 1 foul off the right side of the diamond. Aggressive approach from Mike. Burgess was back home in Florida during the All-Star break. Knew he enjoyed his time down there, got to see his family and hang out with his kids. Burgess digs back in, back foot, now the front foot in the left-handed batter's box. They'll shift him up the middle. That's where the shortstop Lyons is. Ard, the third baseman, is playing shortstop. Well, that third base line is all open for Mike. 2 outs, man on first, 0-1 count. Pitch, a high slider that misses outside. 1-1. 1-0 Revs lead. Each team with 4 hits in the game. The Ducks have 2 errors. The Revs have none. Burgess hitting just .225 over his last 10, .190 over his last 5. But the power numbers have been there of lately. 1-1, misses high, 2-1. Dennis O'Grady warming up in the Ducks bullpen. First bullpen action of the day for either team. Crickets in the Revs bullpen. Not actual crickets, just no one's warming up. Just a day to chill down there for the rest of the pen. They worked tough last night. Now 2-1 to Burgess. Fastball on the outside corner. Terrell, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, maybe the corner of the other batter's box.
That was probably 1 catcher's glove length off the outside corner right there, and Burgess knows it. Everybody does, but it is strike 2. Badamo trying to get through this 6th inning. The Revs looking to get more on the board. They lead it just 1-0. But the way Mitch Atkins is pitching, they haven't needed any more. Mesa, short lead off first. And the pitch. Burgess sends it out to deep left center field. Ford giving chase. Bonifacio on his horse. And that one hits the base of the wall in left center. Mesa being waved around. Burgess pulls up at second. A stand-up RBI double. And the Revs had a big insurance run in the bottom of the 6th. Michael Burgess drives in another. He continues to show that clutch gene. 34 RBIs on the season. And just as the Revs drew it up, or just as I drew it up, I guess, in the booth, left center, Mesa scores from first, Darryl.
That's exactly where we were looking. And he makes contact, and it flies. Towering drive, nails the wall on the fly. Big base hit for him. We kind of foreshadowed the Alexi bunt hit at the beginning of the inning, and you were a caller on that spot for Burgess. That's a big knock. Give him a little breathing room.
Kevin Baez will take the ball from his starter, Tyler Badamo, after the 2-out RBI double from Burgess. Looked like he just flicked that thing, and somehow it got to the base of the wall.
Another unearned run. They do take advantage of the break, and that's all Burgess has to do. He's so strong in the forearms. Just a little flick. That bat speed is really amazing.
So the Ducks call to the bullpen. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. We'll take a quick break. Revs lead at 2-0, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. We'll let you know more about O'Grady and reset the situation when we come back.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Michael Marcantonini and Darryl Henry back with you on WOYK. Pitching change for the Ducks. They bring in the right-hander Dennis O'Grady, 2-2 with a 3.41 ERA. This is his 31st appearance of the season. He's worked 29 innings so far. He takes over for Tyler Badamo, who worked 5 2/3 innings, has given up 2 runs, neither earned. His line is not closed. He's still responsible for Burgess on second base. 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk for Badamo, who pitched well, but he's on the losing end after the Revs have added a big insurance run on the Burgess RBI double to left center. Here's Jose Cuevas to hit with Big Mike out at second. 2 outs in the inning. O'Grady has seen the Revs a couple times this season. Pitched in last night's game through a scoreless 8th inning. Back out there again here this afternoon. First pitch to Cuevas. Breaking ball misses low and away. It's 1-0. Well, Burgess comes up with a big 2-out RBI. A ball that carried out to left center. It hit off the base of the wall in left center. Mesa scored all the way from first. With 2 outs, didn't have to worry about holding up. And the Revs lead at 2-0 in the 6th. 1-0 to Cuevas. Same spot, slider misses low and away. 2-0.
And Melky's quad isn't even a thought anymore. You mentioned scoring all the way from first. We haven't even mentioned that thing in a week or two, which is a great situation, obviously, for him and the team to be past that. 2-0 on Cuevas. O'Grady looks at second. The pitch. Cuevas pops it up, foul
territory, right side of the diamond. Washington will give chase, but that gets out of play over the Revs bullpen.
Cuevas had a big home run off O'Grady to come back and win a game actually that Atkins started. Gave Mitch a win at Long Island back on June 25th. 8th inning home run, put him in front.
Mitch Atkins, 6 shutout innings for him today. His offense has given him 2 runs. That may be more than enough. Revs looking for more, though. Cuevas takes a strike high. He bends his back, saying that ball was not in the zone, shaking his head. 2-2 the count. Burgess with the double. It's Revs' second extra base hit of the game. Mitchell had a double in the first inning. Mitchell and Burgess both with multi-hit games today. Burgess not being held on at all over at second. No one even coming in to check on him. He has a huge lead. Cuevas takes the ball off the plate. It's 3-2. That one was close there, and Carlos Dano's given the outside strike tonight, but not there.
Yeah, that one I'm not sure you could reach, but at the same time it was really close based on what's been called today. He's called the high strike and the outside strike.
2 outs, man on second, 2-0 lead for the Revs, home half of the 6th. O'Grady out of the pen looking for the final out of the inning. Tapper back to him off the end of the bat from Cuevas. He'll run it over to first, underhand flip to Washington, and the inning is over. But the Revs get a big insurance run on Michael Burgess's RBI double the other way to left center, scoring Melky Mesa. It is an unearned run, but the Revs will take it. 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error, 1 left on in the inning. Darryl taking back over play-by-play as we go to the top of the 7th, but after 6 full, it's the Revs 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchase. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th, little breathing room for Mitch Atkins, who hasn't needed any to this point. It's a 2-0 Revs lead. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Ducks, 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors for York, 2 unearned runs, but who cares? It'll be David Washington to lead off the 7th, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Washington 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. 2 of the 3 strikeouts that Mitch has recorded. He had 6 in each of his previous 2 starts against the Ducks. Only 3 today, but pitching to contact. First pitch of the 7th is hit high in the air in straightaway center. Witherspoon backing up onto the track. He looks and it clears. Oh my. That thing carries all the way out of here over the 405 dead center fence. And off the bat, it looked like a high fly, but it just kept going as Washington plays toward somebody in the stands, it looks like. And it's a 2-1 game here in the 7th inning.
I think that's only the second ball we've seen hit over that batter's eye this year. Mesa's was the first, unless I'm missing one. The thing just kept going. The wind has picked up a bit, but that's tough.
Here's Audie Afner. He swings first pitch and fouls it to the screen. So each of these hitters going after the first one.
Shows you how important that insurance run was for the Revs last inning.
Atkins was only at 79 pitches entering the 7th. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. It's a called strike on Afner. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, Washington coming around third, had a big smile. Looked like he was chatting towards somebody in the stands. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked to the left by Clark. So it ends the scoreless streak for Mitch after 15 1/3 innings. 2-1 our score. Washington's home run is 10th of the year. It's just the Ducks' 5th hit of the day. Now Atkins fires. And a line drive to center field. That's going to get down. Base hit for Afner. And as Atkins hollers to himself, he left one over the plate with 2 strikes. Upset with himself on that. And Afner, who came in hitting 179 in 10 games played, is 2 for 3. He's got 2 of their now 6 hits. And if you were thinking of the possibilities of potential back-to-back CGs, the Revs will get some bullpen activity now with a home run and a single. Looks like Junior Rincon went down there. And with the tying run on base at first, they will pinch run. Anthony Vega, the hitter. Then they have Daniel Fields in there. I missed the announcement. First pitch is bunted. Atkins toward first. Cuts it off nicely. And he'll underhand to Burgess. Sacrifice is good. Going toward first. Atkins able to get there. He is a great athlete, and he works as hard as anybody between starts. Got off the mound there to handle that. And Vega with his second sacrifice bunt of the day. Tying run is at second with 1 down. Here is Dan Lyons. He's flied out and grounded out. It is Rincon who's up in the Revs bullpen. Tying run at second. Pitch to Lyons. Curveball. It's a called strike as it buckled back over the inside corner. Lyons is the K-man today. 2-1 the lead. Here's the stretch from Atkins. The 0-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt. Clark down to his knees to block that. I believe it is Fields who's the pinch runner leading away. Now the 1-1. Fastball missed a little high. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lyons. Atkins now approaching 90 pitches. He's at 88 at the moment. 2-1. And a swing and a foul tip into the mid of Tyler Clark. 2-2. Finally confirmed that it is Fields pinch running. I was liable to spend all inning on that, maybe the rest of the game.
Well, it is good that we have officially confirmed it, but it's one that just bothers you if you don't know for sure.
There's a foul back upstairs. Lyons stays alive.
And we don't have anybody running up here to tell us either. We don't have that luxury.
That's right. Couple walkie-talkies. Art's on vacation.
Yeah.
Our sideline reporter. Everybody's on vacation. Chong.
We got to get Chong back. I miss him.
Here's the stretch, another 2-2. And a swing and a pop fly lofted to shallow left. Den out from short. Dotel hard in from left, calls him off. And Dotel handles it. 2 down on the pop fly to shallow left field. And now it'll set up another matchup between Atkins and Valdespine. Fletch has all 3 visits remaining to use, and he'll head out and meet with Mitch right here. He's gotten Valdespine to ground out all 3 times today. Back in the 5th inning with a 1-0 lead, he got him to ground out to second to end that inning, leaving a runner at third base, keeping the Revs in front. And here again, we'll face him with the tying run in scoring position and 2 outs, up by 1. League leader in batting, runs, hits. He's hit .450 against York, the former big leaguer has. And coming in today, he reached safely in 32 straight, hitting close to 400 over the last month plus. Atkins has had him bottled up to this point, and he'll try to do it again. By the way, on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland trails 6-1 at New Britain, but they are in a rain delay. In the top of the 5th inning in Connecticut, and the game is not official yet. No outs in the 5th inning. Atkins ready. First pitch. Fastball strike, a cutter on the inside corner. He gets ahead on Valdespine. Other games, by the way, are later. Lancaster at Somerset, Road Warriors at Sugar Land. No balls and a strike on Valdespine. League leading hitter, the stretch, the pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down low. And Atkins has him buried in the count. Trying to keep this lead intact. Rincon ready in the bullpen, but Atkins looking to finish 7. They have not made any noise against him until this inning. He's ready. A look back, the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. Clark blocks it and puts on the tag. Another huge pitch from Mitch Atkins. Valdespine is 0 for 4 on the day against him. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Mitch, and he keeps the Revs in front. 1 run, 1 hit. Tying run left at second base. It's stretch time here at the bank with the Revs leading 2-1.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Revs a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Dent will lead things off. Mitch Atkins, a big strikeout to keep the Revs in front. As he finishes 7, we'll see if he continues or if that stressor that he just worked through will bring about the bullpen in the 8th. First pitch to Dent is low. Dennis O'Grady stays in. Ducks last half inning had Carlos Pimentel warming up. Now they've got Wander Perez warming up. O'Grady stays in though. He deals, and it's swung on, fouled away, right side. He only faced Cuevas in the 6th inning, retired him. Finishing the 6th, Benamo went 5 2/3, 2 unearned runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He pitched well, but Mitch Atkins and the Revs in the lead. Pitch to Dent is grounded to short. Lyons shuffles right to get in front of it, fires it across, and throws out his shortstop counterpart, 1 away. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report. Revs with Jay Goss and Frank DiGiulio Jr. out for the duration, unfortunately, with elbow surgeries. Tyler Clark back today with that thumb all healed. He's got it taped up, but he couldn't wait to get back. Last night, Dominic Severino had a muscle spasm. That's what he was bothered by after an awkward landing on a pitch. First one to Clark is bunted at and fouled back against the netting. But Fletch said that it's not anything to be concerned about. Did admit that it probably did affect him last night, but he wanted to eat up innings. Fletch certainly didn't want to go to the bullpen in the 3rd or earlier. But Severino should be fine for his next start.
Back to the point about Clark, I can imagine he was really chomping at the bit to get back there. I mean, it wasn't like it was a serious injury, but one that had to keep him out for a while.
Now pitch in the dirt, 1-1.
It was important on his glove hand, the thumb issue, so that's something that can really nag and linger and keep you out for a while, but it's one where everything else feels good and you know you can play if it weren't for just that one little injury, that one nagging thing, but sure he was ready to get back out there today.
Cue ball foul over toward Witherspoon, who's on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Clark. Revs a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks like the Revs do still have some light bullpen activities, so perhaps Junior Rincon staying loose after getting loose. But Atkins seated in the dugout, not on the top step just yet. Here's the 1-2, and misses down and in. Clark's first game played since June 24th, a Sunday home game when he had that awkward grab. Thumb swelled up on him. 2-2. And it just missed, down and in, good eye. And initially, it was so swollen they had to get it checked out, make sure none of those tiny bones in the hand were compromised. Now the 3-2, and he grounds it sharply toward the middle, base hit, past the diving Lyons at short, laid out to his left, but Clark hits it by him into left center. And a nice welcome back to the lineup today. He's catching and calling a great game, and now he's got a base hit.
I mean, didn't expect anything less from Tyler Clark defensively today, and working with Mitch, a pitcher he's worked really well with this season. But then at a base hit here, 1 out, man on first, the Revs could really use another insurance run. We saw how important that first insurance run was. Clark helping out the cause here.
Now here is Witherspoon. He's 0 for 2. First pitch, swings, bounces it to short. Lyons is there, gloves, shovels, the turn from Valdespin. It's in time, and an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Grady comes back to get Spoon on the first pitch, and the Revs will take their 2-1 lead to the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. 2-1 York at the end of 7 here this afternoon from Peoples Bank Park.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract-to-close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head to the eighth. It is 2-1 York. Junior Rincon takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He had some time in spring training with the Ducks. But the Revs certainly happy to have him at the back end of their pen. He's in his 29th game, 9 saves, 0-2, but he's got a 2.79 ERA, and his last appearance coming on Sunday at Southern Maryland last Sunday. Entered the game with the bases loaded, no outs in the 8th, got out of it unscathed. Line drive, double play, pop up. Today he begins the 8th inning cleanly, begins it himself. The Revs with a 2-1 lead, and what another marvelous job by Mitch Atkins. 7 innings, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 94 pitches, 65 for strikes. As Clark meets with Rincon briefly before starting this inning. Atkins on his game again. It'll be 2, 3, 4 due up. Bonifacio, Snyder, and Ford for the Ducks. So a big part of the lineup here. And they did get past Valdespin. Atkins a huge strikeout to end the 7th inning against the league's top hitter. First pitch, bunted at, and Bonifacio bunts right through it, jabbing at a high fastball at 93. No balls, 1 strike. By the way, Atkins' ERA his last 7 starts now, 2.15. Rincon the 0-1, and that misses upstairs, another fastball. Bonifacio today, 1 for 3, an infield hit. Back in the first inning. Rincon has his sign. This is the 1-1, and that's upstairs. Bonifacio creeping up in the box, shortening up. And again, showing the idea of a bunt, but let it go high. Bonifacio, 11 years in the big leagues. The Futures game is today. He played in that back in 2008. First came up with Arizona, the 2-1, and he pulls it on the ground, foul pass first. All the way into the right field corner, 2-2.
Really important for Rincon to get the leadoff man Bonifacio here in a 1-run game. We know this Long Island team can scratch out runs late and win close games. Rincon has to keep Emilio off base here. He's
got good speed as well. There's the stretch from Rincon. The 2-2. And he jams him. It's looped foul, though, and out of play. Blooper off to the third base side. Bonifacio played with the Diamondbacks, Nationals, Marlins, Blue Jays, Royals, Cubs, Braves, and White Sox. We can maybe name the teams that he didn't play for as an alternative to that list.
Yeah, we could do that too.
It's the pitch. Breaking ball, golfed in the air, deep but foul down the right field line. As that bounces through the bullpen, or the picnic area, the bullpen balcony.
It's fun playing that game and trying to list all the teams that certain guys played for. You could do it for Bonifacio. Edwin Jackson's on his 13th team.
Oh, yeah.
Bartolo Colon's pitched for a ton.
Another 2-2. Fastball in the dirt. Good pitch selection there. They went curveball trying to get Bonifacio off the fastball. He hit it pretty far, but was a little early. And they tried to follow that, going hard in, but Rincon missing in the dirt. Full count. Trying to keep this guy off the bases to begin the 8th. Sun brightens a bit. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Left side, Dent going out from short. Dotel in from left, in shallow left. He's got it. And you knew that was going to be a battle with Bonifacio, but a big first out for Rincon to start the 8th.
Huge, and he did exactly what he needed to do. Really bear down and make a good pitch against Bonifacio that he can't really drive or do much with. Just a lazy fly ball to left.
I'll bring up Travis Snyder, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. And this is certainly a guy to watch in the heart of the order as well. 10-game hitting streak. It's the first pitch. It's in the dirt. Breaking ball. I don't know if Clark was crossed up a little or if that one just bounced at a tricky distance in front of him. Kind of an awkward grab. He did not visit with juniors, so nobody on base. Be surprised if they got crossed up. 1 ball, no strikes. That might have been that first real test for that thumb. There's the 1-0. Breaking ball inside. Now they've tried a couple of curves on Snyder, but missed with both. And now Rincon asking for a new ball. 2-0 the count. It's a 2-1 Revs lead here in the 8th inning. Each team with 6 hits. Snyder 1 foot in, now the other. Rincon waiting, has his sign, he's ready. The 2-0. And it's a little bit low. Lou Ford waits on deck. And a big night last night, certainly. Snyder's probably the guy to circle, though, the one to avoid the most. Here's the 3-0, and it is down low, 4-pitch walk, so he won't beat them with the swing, but the tying run is on base on the walk. Second time Snyder's been walked today. The only 2 walks issued by Revs pitching. 1 out base runner for Lou Ford.
Got to be careful here with a man on base, the tying run right there. You also don't want to give in to Ford. We see what he can do with the bat. Home run and a triple last night. Be a nice time for the first double play ball for the Revs today.
First pitch. It is just low. Ford today, 1 for 3. Last night his most RBIs in a game since 3 years ago here. The 1-0. It's right down the chute. There's a strike. See the dirt fly off Clark's mitt as he received that. Grand Sides marching to the bullpen mound. Fletch will get him ready just in case needed. They do have an off day tomorrow. Throw to first and back standing is Snyder. We haven't seen Sides since the All-Star game, plus an off day tomorrow, so if they felt they had to get him in for more than 3 outs, perhaps they would. Stretch from Rincon. The 1-1. And a curveball. There's a called strike. That was a beauty. Ford watches it go by. It's 1-2. Sides hasn't begun to throw yet. Now he's walking back toward the bullpen seating. I think Piguero actually is throwing. There's the 1-2. Swinging a bouncer off the plate. That's foul, though, as it'll dribble over toward Taylor Ard, who's on deck. Revs up 2-1 here in the 8th inning. Trying to win the rubber match here today. 3-2 in the second half. Long Island is 4-1. Both teams needing second half or overall record berths. Rincon the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Curveball gets Ford swinging. 2 down here in the 8th. And he broke off a big one right there.
That's a great time to use that nasty 12-6 curveball against Ford. Throw him a couple pitches hard and then go with the soft stuff. Keep him off balance, and just no chance when Junior Rincon's on with that pitch.
Now Taylor Ard, the hitter. 1 for 3, a blue pit back in the 4th. And Piguero is not throwing, so Rincon looking to get himself through the 8th. First pitch, swung on, he lifted in the air, right center, not deep. Spoon is over, he'll call, he'll catch, inning over. Scoreless, top of the 8th inning for Junior Rincon. Carefully worked around Snyder, he walked him. That was the only base runner, and he's left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Revs in front. It's a 2-1 score.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
2-1 the lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs with the top of the order coming up. Left-hander Wander Perez, the new pitcher for Long Island. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He is 2-1, 2.67 ERA in 29 outings this season with Bridgeport last year. As Jared Mitchell leads off. Mitchell 2 for 3, a double and a run scored. Led off the game with a double. Scored in the first. Revs made it 2-0 on Burgess's double in the 6th. First pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Ducks on the board on David Washington's home run in the 7th, but Revs have stayed in front and will have a lead going to the 9th. Grant Sides getting ready for that. The 0-1, and a breaking ball hovers high and away. Mitchell now has hit safely in 6 straight, 9 of his last 10. Left on left, the 1-1. And a breaking ball starts at him, hooks back. It's a called strike. He didn't think it came far enough back, though. Dano calls it a strike. Mitchell walks away. Dano says, come on back, stay in the box, and Mitchell not in the mood for that at the moment. The inside strike has not been called today, but on that pitch it was. Perez ahead 1-2, and he deals, and a breaking ball fouled back as Mitchell sends it back toward the roof. The Ducks in the 9th inning will have 6, 7, and 8. Washington, Cabrera, and Vega due up. Washington, who got them on the board with a home run in the 7th inning to dead center. The only run off Mitch Atkins today. Trying to win his 7th straight. And Perez deals. Swing and a miss. Fastball away, gets Mitchell. And he's frustrated with that entire at-bat. 1 down here in the 8th.
Easy to be frustrated with the call he didn't like earlier, and then nonetheless he gets a tough lefty to face. But Revs holding a lead, they'll take it into the 9th at least, but one more run would be huge. And how about Alexi Casilla at the plate to try to start it?
Yeah, Alexi did just that in the 6th inning. Got on. It wasn't Casilla that scored the run, but a bunt hit. First pitch, he tries to bunt his way on again. Perez coming into the front of the mound, turns sidearms to first to get him. And Alexi tried to do it again with Ard back at third. This one, though, unfortunately for him, sent straight back to the pitcher. He is now 1 for 3 on the day. 2 outs here in the 8th.
Good idea there. And I mean, if that's a little bit to either side, not right back to the pitcher, maybe he has a chance.
And here's Dotel, who's 0 for 3. He was Perez's teammate in Bridgeport. First pitch, it is down low for a ball. 2-1 the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now the 1-0. And a ground ball smacked foul down the third base side. Dotel is 0 for 3. His 8-game hitting streak is on the line. Perez's first 4 years came in the White Sox system, made it to High A. He's in the Atlantic League for 6 games with Bridgeport in 2015, 22 games last year as Dotel swings and pops this one up foul. That'll get out of play on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perez pitched in the All-Star game, one of the relievers selected. One of 3 Duck pitchers selected to play in their home park. 1-2, and that misses in the dirt outside. Sides ready for the 9th. Had his first blown save of the year last Sunday. Came back, though, and looked sharp in the All-Star game. Now the 2-2. And a chopper to third. Ard able to reach it on the big hop coming in. He'll fire to first, and it's a 1-2-3 8th inning. Got the big hop and reaching down to his left on the charge in, handling it. So that'll do it, hopefully, for the offense today. It's a 2-1 lead as we go to the 9th. Grand Sides looking to close things out.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head to the ninth, Grant Sides looking to close it out. Revs with a 2-1 lead. David Washington, Ramon Cabrera, Anthony Vega coming to bat. 6, 7, 8 in the Ducks lineup. Sides is 2-0, 7 saves in 8 tries. 1.40 ERA in 18 outings. 19 and a third innings, 3 runs. 2 of those came last Sunday. Only 12 hits allowed, 4 walks, 1 being intentional, and 28 strikeouts on the year. And he was an out away, bases empty last Sunday. Ended up with a walk, a hit batter, 2 wild pitches. That tied the game, but he came back, looked sharp at the All-Star game. First pitch, it is down and in. Washington 1 for 3, the left-hand hitter. 2 strikeouts earlier in the game off Atkins, then homered in the 7th inning. The only run Mitch gave up in 7. Went to dead center. Big left-hand hitter awaiting. Here's the 1-0. And it's up high, nicked off the glove of Clark and back to the screen. Sides missing with his first 2. We've seen him sometimes do that, but then get the feel and come back when he's first getting into the game. Washington 6'5", 240. Played in 3 big league games with the Orioles last season. Now the 2-0. And he swings, was late, fouls it off, third base side. Sides really tied him up on that fastball in on the hands. 2 balls and a strike. Washington strolls aside, adjusts the batting gloves. And now back in, Sides covering his face. And he's ready. Here's the 2-1. Fastball a little low. Now he is behind on Washington to begin the 9th inning.
Well, you can tell he's trying to be careful here, but leadoff walk, you don't need that either.
Ramon Cabrera on deck. Stretch from Sides. And a 3-1. Swing, and he pops it up. This will get out of play, though, third base side. As they keep pounding the big fella in. Another fastball that he couldn't get around on, 3-2. It's all that Sides has thrown so far. It's probably what Washington will be trying to gear up for here on 3-2. 2-1 the lead as we begin the 9th. Revs outfield has him played pretty deep. Slightly to pull it. And Side stares in. He's ready. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing, and he fouls off another one. Same area. Same pitch. Fastball in. And he was well late. Clark was down on one knee setting up to give that low target. And we'll have a 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up. As Washington goes through his routine, batting gloves tugged on, cleats tapped with the bat. Back in, standing straight up, arching his back to stretch in the batter's box. Waggles the bat, another 3-2, and it just missed inside. A slider, and the inside strike call has not been there today, except on Mitchell in the 8th. That was close, but it's a leadoff walk to begin the 9th inning.
It was really close, but you run that risk in a 3-ball count of missing with your 3-2 pitch, and didn't necessarily want to go fastball right down the middle to Washington, who's already put one out today. So it was a tough spot for Sides, and now he'll have to work around that leadoff base runner.
Yeah, he kept fouling off fastballs. And there was maybe no end in sight of that routine, so they tried the slider. Here's Cabrera. First at bat for him. And Sides a long set. First pitch. It is swung on and missed. Fastball away. And he'll get ahead of this hitter. Cabrera came in to catch in the 7th after Audie Afner started today. Went 2 for 3, but was pinch run for in the 7th inning. And Cabrera came in the bottom half to catch. He's hitting at 240. No homers, 9 driven in. Did have 2 hits, including a double last night. The pitch, he swings, takes it the other way, foul. That's into the seats in left. Right at the top of section 26, it's no balls, 2 strikes on him. Besides, that whole first at bat was trying to come back after falling behind. Here against Cabrera, he'll work from the driver's seat. 0-2 the count on him. Revs set up to turn 2. Side stairs, he's set now. And the pitch, swing, and it's fouled off again, and Cabrera lost the handle of the bat. Fouled down the third base side. The bat ends up behind home plate. Isn't he the hitter last night, Michael? You said needed more pine tar?
Yep, he is indeed that guy.
And in that swing last night, he held on to the bat, but you could see it slip. This one went straight behind him.
I think pine tar is definitely part of the root of that problem. Needs a little bit more on that bat. And then you see some guys who just have a ton of it caked on their bats or helmet. Cabrera needs a little extra.
0-2 it stays. Sides is ready. A long set. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. Dent there. He'll run to second. Throws. Double play. 6-3 double play. 2 down here in the 9th inning. I was surprised Cabrera didn't ask for time. Sides just held it and held it and held it. And then when he made the pitch, he got Cabrera to hit right into it.
That's a great job by Sides on the mound to play a little mind games there. And I for a second there, didn't think he had any intention of throwing. I thought he was really going to wait until Cabrera actually called time to get in his head that way. But Cabrera, I think maybe if it had been another split second, he would have called for time, but didn't, and that got him flat-footed at the dish, hitting to the double play. Huge right there.
Now Anthony Vega with 2 outs. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Boy, was he late on some high cheese. Vega 0 for 1, a foul pop-up, 2 sack bunts today. Revs a 2-1 lead. Sides trying to close it out. Got his signal from Clark, who sets up low and in. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Vega a half swing on what ended up being a high fastball, and he is looked overmatched. No balls, 2 strikes. The Revs a strike away from a series win coming out of the All-Star break. Outfield plays him the other way. He's been tardy the first 2. Here's the stretch. They set up high. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Grant Sides 3 whiffs to end it. Ends it with a K, and the Revs win 2-1 as they take 2 out of 3 from the Ducks coming out of the All-Star break this weekend. Win number 7 in a row for Mitch Atkins. He's got the longest winning streak by a Revs pitcher since 2012. And one shy of matching the franchise record. He'll go for that in his next start. And after each team traded blowout wins the first 2 nights, today it's a pitcher's duel, and the Revs are on the right side of it. A tight 2-1 win. Grant Sides back in gear, notches his 8th save, and the Revs go to 4-2 to start the second half. They will at the least remain tied for first. Granted, it's very early on, but not a bad start. Back-to-back series wins, 2 out of 3 at Southern Maryland, 2 out of 3 here at home. And now it is on to Lancaster on Tuesday night for 4 games in 3 days against the Barnstormers. And the way the schedule shapes up, there's a couple of second half meetings with them. It's very early on, but those are big games that we're looking forward to beginning on Tuesday night. And the Revs will get right back here for another week. But a big win today, Michael, and it was a joy to watch the Revs pitchers work in this game, in particular Mitch Atkins.
No, it was awesome. Atkins was excellent. Ran into a little trouble late in the game, but was able to limit the damage to only that Washington homer, the solo shot in the 7th. But through the first 6 frames, really the first 5 when he dominated, I mean, it was smooth sailing the whole way, and it shows you why he's pitching like he is the best pitcher in this league right now.
7 straight wins, tied for the second longest streak in Revs history. It is the longest since Corey Thurman set a team record with 8 straight wins in 2012. The 7-game streak ties Thurm's second longest streak. He won 7 in a row in 2011. Atkins has matched him, and he'll try to tie Thurm's record in his next start. He wins his 7th in a row today. The Revs win 2 out of 3. 2-1 is the final. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Hi, I'm Eric Chase, the Executive Director and CEO of the Children's Aid Society, and we're glad to be a homestand sponsor with the York Revolution this year. At the Lehman Center here in York, we keep children safe and feel loved by helping children and their families build stronger, healthier lives through our compassionate and professional services of respite care, parent education and support groups, creative art therapies, and family advocacy. I invite you to come out and meet our team at People's Bank Park, July 13th through the 15th for our homestand. Thank you.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.